Hello there, my wonderful friends. How are we all doing today? I'm so happy to be spending this time with you. Now, as we journey through this incredible chapter of our lives, the golden years, as some like to call them, we become wiser, more experienced, and hopefully, a little more relaxed. We've seen a lot, haven't we? Raised families, built careers, and navigated the ups and downs that life throws our way. And through it all, our bodies have been our steadfast companions, carrying us through every moment. But just like a well-loved car that's seen many miles, our bodies sometimes start to give us little signals, little whispers that something might need a bit of attention. Now, these whispers aren't always loud shouts of pain or dramatic symptoms. Sometimes, they're subtle, easy to brush off as just getting older or a bit of this and that. And while it's true that our bodies do change as we age, and a few aches and pains might become more common, there are certain signals that we absolutely should not ignore. These aren't just the usual signs of aging. They could be our body's way of telling us something more important is going on. Think about it for a moment. We're often so good at taking care of others, our children, our grandchildren, our partners. We make sure they see the doctor when they're not feeling quite right. But sometimes we put ourselves last, don't we? We might think, oh, it's just a little dizzy spell, or my chest just feels a bit tight today, it'll pass. And sometimes it does pass, thankfully. But other times, these seemingly small things can be early warning signs of something that really needs our attention. That's why I wanted to talk to you today about some of these important body warning signs that we, as folks over 60, should never, ever ignore. Ignoring them isn't a sign of strength or resilience. It could actually prevent us from getting the help we need and continuing to enjoy our lives to the fullest. We want to keep doing the things we love, spending time with the people we cherish, and feeling as vibrant and healthy as possible, right? Absolutely. So, in this video, we're going to gently explore some of these key warning signs. We're not going to be alarmist or scary, I promise. Instead, we'll talk about them in a calm and straightforward way, so you feel empowered to listen to your body and know when it might be time to seek a little extra guidance. Think of this as a friendly chat, like we're sitting down together with a cup of tea, looking out for each other. Let's start with something that many of us might experience from time to time: persistent and unexplained fatigue. Now, feeling a bit tired after a busy day or a poor night's sleep. That's completely normal. We all have those days. But what I'm talking about is a fatigue that doesn't seem to go away, no matter how much you rest. It's a deep, overwhelming tiredness that interferes with your daily activities. You might find it hard to do things you used to enjoy, like gardening, going for a walk, or even just visiting with friends. This kind of persistent fatigue isn't just about feeling a little sleepy. It could be a sign of several underlying issues. For instance, it could be related to your heart health. A heart that isn't pumping efficiently can leave you feeling drained. It could also be a symptom of anemia, where your body isn't getting enough oxygen-carrying red blood cells. Thyroid problems, diabetes, and even certain infections can also manifest as persistent fatigue. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: well, I'm just getting older, it's natural to feel more tired. And while it's true that energy levels can sometimes shift as we age, this kind of debilitating fatigue is not a normal part of aging and shouldn't be dismissed. If you're consistently feeling unusually tired and it's impacting your quality of life, please talk to your doctor about it. They can run some simple tests to figure out what's going on and help you get back to feeling more energetic. Remember, having energy allows us to engage with life, to enjoy our hobbies, and to connect with loved ones. We don't want to let persistent fatigue steal that from us. Another important warning sign to pay attention to is any unexplained and significant weight loss. Now, I know some of us might be trying to lose a few pounds, and that's great if it's being done intentionally and under the guidance of a healthcare professional. But if you find yourself losing a noticeable amount of weight without trying, maybe your clothes are suddenly feeling very loose, or the numbers on the scale are dropping without any changes to your diet or exercise routine, this is something you should definitely take seriously. Unexplained weight loss can be a sign of several underlying health conditions. It could be related to problems with your digestive system, making it harder for your body to absorb nutrients. It could also be a symptom of certain cancers, overactive thyroid, or even stress and depression. Our bodies are very good at maintaining a stable weight, so when there's a significant and unintentional drop, it's often a sign that something is not quite right. Again, I want to emphasize that we're not trying to scare anyone, but being aware of these potential warning signs empowers us to take proactive steps for our health. If you notice this kind of unexplained weight loss, don't just shrug it off. Schedule an appointment with your doctor. They can help determine the cause and ensure you receive the appropriate care. Early detection is often key to managing many health conditions effectively. We want to stay strong and healthy, and paying attention to changes in our weight is one way to do that. Now, let's move on to another important area: changes in your bowel or bladder habits. I know this might not be the most comfortable topic to discuss, but it's a really crucial one, especially as we get a little older. Our digestive and urinary systems can sometimes become more sensitive, and changes in their regular function can be a sign of something that needs attention. What kind of changes am I talking about? Well, this could include things like persistent constipation or diarrhea that lasts for more than a few days. It could also involve noticing blood in your stool or urine, which is never normal and should always be checked out by a doctor. Changes in the frequency or urgency of urination, pain or discomfort when urinating, or difficulty controlling your bladder are also important signs to be aware of. These kinds of changes can sometimes be related to simple things like a change in diet or a minor infection. But they can also be indicators of more serious conditions, such as irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease, prostate issues in men, urinary tract infections, or even, in rare cases, cancer. I know it can be tempting to feel embarrassed or to just hope these things will go away on their own. But please, don't delay in talking to your doctor about any persistent or concerning changes in your bowel or bladder habits. They've heard it all before, and their priority is to help you stay healthy. Early diagnosis can make a real difference in managing these kinds of conditions and ensuring you continue to feel comfortable and confident in your daily life. Our digestive and urinary health plays a big role in our overall well-being, so let's not shy away from addressing any concerns in this area. However, there are types of pain that we should never ignore. This includes pain that is sudden and severe, especially chest pain, which could be a sign of a heart issue and requires immediate medical attention. Don't ever hesitate to call for help if you experience sudden, crushing chest pain, especially if it's accompanied by shortness of breath, sweating, or pain radiating down your arm. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to your heart. But it's not just sudden, severe pain that we need to be aware of. Any new pain that is persistent, meaning it doesn't go away after a few days or weeks, or pain that is gradually getting worse, should also be investigated. This could be pain in your joints that is becoming increasingly stiff and limiting your movement, which might indicate arthritis or another musculoskeletal issue. It could also be a persistent headache that is different from your usual headaches, or a pain in your back that doesn't improve with rest. Sometimes, persistent pain can be a sign of underlying inflammation, nerve issues, or even, in some cases, cancer. It's important to remember that pain is your body's way of telling you something isn't right. So, while we don't want to become overly anxious about every little ache, we do need to pay attention when pain is new, persistent, or worsening. Don't try to be a hero and just tough it out. Talk to your doctor about any pain that concerns you. They can help determine the cause and recommend appropriate treatment to help you find relief and maintain your mobility and quality of life. We want to keep moving and enjoying our activities, and addressing pain early can help us do just that. Another crucial warning sign that we should never overlook is any change in our skin. Our skin is the largest organ in our body, and it can often reflect what's going on inside. As we age, it's normal for our skin to become a bit thinner and more prone to wrinkles and age spots. But there are certain changes that warrant a closer look and a visit to the doctor. This includes any new moles or skin growths that appear, especially if they are asymmetrical, have irregular borders, uneven color, are larger than a pencil eraser, or are changing in size, shape, or color. These could be signs of skin cancer, which is very treatable if caught early. Don't hesitate to point out any suspicious spots to your doctor or a dermatologist. Regular skin checks, either by yourself or with a professional, are a really good habit to get into. Other skin changes to be aware of include persistent rashes that don't go away, especially if they are itchy, painful or blistering. These could be signs of allergies, infections, or other underlying medical conditions. Also, be mindful of any new lumps or bumps under the skin, as these could also indicate a variety of issues. Our skin is our protective barrier, and keeping an eye on it is an important part of looking after our overall health. If you notice any significant or concerning changes, please don't ignore them. A simple checkup can provide peace of mind or lead to early detection and treatment if needed. We want to keep our skin healthy and protect ourselves. Now, let's talk about something that can sometimes be subtle but is incredibly important. Changes in your vision or hearing. Our senses play such a vital role in how we experience the world and connect with others. As we age, it's not uncommon for our vision and hearing to gradually change. Maybe you need reading glasses now, or you find yourself turning up the volume on the television a little more. These gradual changes are often a normal part of aging. However, sudden or significant changes in your vision or hearing should never be ignored. This could include things like sudden blurriness, double vision, flashes of light, or floaters in your vision. These could be signs of serious eye conditions like macular degeneration, glaucoma, or retinal detachment, which can lead to vision loss if not treated promptly. Similarly, sudden hearing loss, ringing in your ears, tinnitus, or dizziness accompanied by hearing changes should also be checked out by a doctor. These could indicate problems with your inner ear or even underlying neurological issues. Our ability to see and hear clearly is so important for our independence, our safety, and our enjoyment of life. If you experience any sudden or significant changes in these senses, please don't delay in seeking medical attention. Early diagnosis and treatment can often help to preserve your vision and hearing and prevent further complications. Let's make sure we're keeping our senses sharp so we can continue to engage fully with the world around us. Finally, let's touch on persistent heartburn or difficulty swallowing. Many of us experience occasional heartburn, especially after a large meal. But if you find yourself experiencing frequent or severe heartburn that doesn't improve with over-the-counter remedies, or if you start having trouble swallowing food, these are signs that you should definitely discuss with your doctor. Persistent heartburn can be a symptom of gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, which, if left untreated, can sometimes lead to more serious complications. Difficulty swallowing, also known as dysphagia, can have various causes, some of which may require medical attention. It could be related to issues in your esophagus, the tube that carries food from your mouth to your stomach, or even sometimes be a sign of neurological problems. It's important to be able to eat comfortably and enjoy our meals. If you're experiencing persistent heartburn or difficulty swallowing, don't just live with it. Talk to your doctor to find out the underlying cause and get appropriate treatment. Taking care of our digestive health is key to our overall well-being and allows us to continue enjoying one of life's simple pleasures, a good meal with loved ones. Now, there are a couple more really important signals I want to make sure we discuss. The first one is any persistent shortness of breath. We might feel a little winded after climbing a flight of stairs, and that can sometimes be normal as we age. But if you find yourself feeling short of breath even when you're resting, or with minimal exertion, and this is a new development for you, it's a sign that should not be ignored. Shortness of breath can be a symptom of various underlying health conditions, many of which involve your heart and lungs. It could be a sign of heart failure, where your heart isn't pumping blood as efficiently as it should. It could also indicate lung problems like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, asthma, or even a blood clot in the lungs. Feeling like you can't catch your breath can be frightening, and it can significantly impact your ability to enjoy your daily activities. If you experience this kind of persistent or worsening shortness of breath, please seek medical attention promptly. Your doctor can assess your breathing and heart function to determine the cause and provide appropriate treatment. We need to be able to breathe easily to live life to the fullest, so let's not take any chances with our respiratory health. Another warning sign that sometimes gets overlooked but is really important is any persistent dizziness or balance problems. Feeling a little unsteady on your feet occasionally can happen, but if you find yourself frequently feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or like you might fall, it's a signal that something could be going on. Dizziness and balance issues can have various causes. They could be related to inner ear problems, changes in blood pressure, medication side effects, or even neurological conditions. Frequent falls, especially, can lead to serious injuries, so addressing the underlying cause of dizziness and balance problems is crucial for our safety and independence. If you're experiencing persistent dizziness or feeling unsteady, talk to your doctor. They can perform tests to determine the cause and recommend strategies to improve your balance and prevent falls. This might include medication adjustments, physical therapy, or addressing any underlying medical conditions. Staying steady on our feet allows us to maintain our independence and continue doing the things we love without fear of falling. Now, as we've journeyed through these important body warning signs, I want to take a moment to emphasize something crucial. Listening to your body is one of the most powerful tools you have for staying healthy. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know what feels normal for you, and you're often the first to notice when something just isn't quite right. Don't ever feel like you're bothering your doctor by bringing up concerns, even if they seem small to you. Your doctor is there to help you, and it's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your health. Early detection of potential problems can make a huge difference in the outcome and allow for more effective treatment. Think of these warning signs not as reasons to be fearful, but as opportunities to be proactive about your health. By being aware of these signals, you're empowering yourself to take control and seek help when needed. This isn't about becoming hypervigilant or worrying about every little thing. It's about developing a mindful awareness of your body and trusting your instincts when something feels off. Remember, we're all in this together. Aging is a natural and beautiful process, and by staying informed and attentive to our bodies, we can navigate it with greater confidence and vitality. We want to continue enjoying our families, our hobbies, and all the wonderful things life has to offer. Paying attention to these warning signs is one way we can help make that happen. So, to gently summarize some of the key things we've talked about today, be aware of persistent and unexplained fatigue, any unintentional weight loss, changes in your bowel or bladder habits, new or worsening pain, changes in your skin, any sudden or significant changes in your vision or hearing, persistent heartburn or difficulty swallowing, new or worsening shortness of breath, and persistent dizziness or balance problems. If you experience any of these, please reach out to your doctor. It's also important to maintain regular checkups with your doctor, even when you're feeling well. These routine visits can help detect potential problems early on and ensure you're staying on the right track with your health. I truly hope this conversation has been helpful and has empowered you to be more attuned to your body's signals. Remember, you are strong, you are resilient, and you deserve to live a healthy and fulfilling life at any age. Now, I would love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced any of these warning signs, and what did you do? What are some of the ways you stay proactive about your health? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can be so valuable to others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who might benefit from this information. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel for more helpful tips and discussions on health and well-being as we navigate these wonderful years together. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember to listen to your body, take good care of yourselves, and cherish every moment. Here's to our health, our happiness, and living our best lives together. Until next time, take care and be well.